morning on The Dish, a major force in Boston's culinary scene, Chef Lydia Shire was born and raised in the suburb of Brookline, where her artist father loved to cook, and she'd help out in the kitchen. She went on to cooking school, but may have learned the most from some amazing mentors, including Julia Child and Wolfgang.
And she returned the favor, herself mentoring a new generation of top Boston cooking talent, many of whom worked in the 6 Boston restaurants she opened over the years. And that list includes Scampo, now marking its 10th anniversary, where Shire's son Alex is a sous chef. Chef Lydia Shire, good morning. Welcome to The Dish.
Thank you.
What a great-looking table. Tell us all about it.
My husband is from Colombia, South America, and does not like turkey. So every year of course I cook the turkey, but then I also make a big hunk of pork for him, usually a pork belly or a roast shoulder or something like that. So we have a little shoulder happening here.
So this is a taste of your typical Thanksgiving dinner?
Yes. Without the turkey. But the other parts are here. You know, we have a beautiful acorn squash with more bacon, more pork, lots of butter and brown sugar. It's delicious to make. We have a little pear salad, which I think is nice. Some biscuits with rum butter.
It's delicious. Speaking of salad, you started out as the salad girl in the 70s in a high-end kitchen. How did you go from there and climb the culinary ladder?
Well, I hated being a salad girl. I really wanted to cook, and at that time I was really about the only woman in a major restaurant in Boston. And so I just decided I would go to cooking school and come back, and they would take me a little more seriously. And I did. I went to London. I hawked my diamond ring.
Did you really?
Yeah.
I mean, because you were married at 17.
I was married, and then, yes, exactly. And I had my first baby at 17. But that marriage did not work out, so I hawked my ring, and I went to cooking school. And, you know, came back, and I went right back to Maison Robert, and they said, okay, you can come on. We'll make you a cook.
Well, you obviously, I mean, first of all, you've broken so many glass ceilings, and you obviously left your mark. But, I mean, it's lovely when your patrons, your customers are the ones who rave over you, and you had a very special person who would come and sit and just adored your food.
Julia
Roberts.
Yeah.
Oh, Julia
Child. Julia Child, yes.
I always think about Julia Roberts.
Well, she called me. I was working at Maison Robert, and she called me one day, and I picked up the phone, and she said, why don't you come to lunch tomorrow?
She invited you at her house?
Yes, at her house.
Did she cook?
Yes, she did. She was working on a Roquefort jealousy tart for her new book. And Paul was sitting at the table, and I walked in. She was so just fresh, normal, just so sweet. And she asked me to make the salad dressing for the salad to go with this puff pastry tart. And of course, you know, my knees started shaking, and, you know, I went to the sink and I started whisking oil in the salad, and I was, you know, it was one of those moments.
But you two became friends.
Very good friends. In fact, the last dinner she had in Boston before she went to assisted living in Santa Barbara, she came to Lockover and had dinner with 9 of her best friends. Wow. And it was very special for me. But she invited me on the QE too with her.
Wow.
She called me, she said, Lydia, I want to go to Harrods and eat oysters and drink Sancerre with you. So she invited me on that trip.
Well, if there's anyone, past or present, as you sign this dish,
thank you.
you would love to enjoy this meal with, who would that be?
Well, I would probably say Richard Olney or James Beard.
Wow.
James Beard was a great gossiper, you know.
It's a good dinner company. I like that.
Yeah.
Among other things.
Well, we appreciate you joining us, bringing us this fabulous meal. And for more on Chef Lydia Shire and The Dish, head to our website at cbsthismorning.com.